Hello there, welcome back to our mouth school management system. So in today's video, we are going to look at another feature. So I'm following this guide. So we managed to create over 40 standard SaaS features onto this mouth school management platform. So yesterday we saw how you can create academic years and academic terms. We saw how you can manage education levels. We saw how you can also assign different education levels to different schools. We saw how a school is created. When a school is created, depending on these different academic levels, dynamic classes are also created. So in the later videos, we shall see how we create streams. But today I wanted to put more emphasis on how we handled the subject management onto the system. So being that we are dealing with it's a mouth school management system. So besides it being a mouth school management system, it's also a mouth level management system. So what this means is that you have different schools having different levels. So a school can have access to different levels. So how we handled our subjects was a bit interesting. So you can take an instance, a level is having mathematics, math, a level is having, let me duplicate this, it's having, let me say, physical education, physical education, I can make this big, among other interesting subjects. Let me say this can be like English. So in some schools, let me say we are dealing with, let me say, primary one. And primary one, they are teaching these three subjects: math, uh, English, and math, physical studies, and English. So they are teaching these three subjects in primary one. So let me say this is primary. Let me say this is primary one. So this student is going to be studying math, physical education, and English for primary one. So you might find some levels when you reach on to, like, when you go to the next level. Let me say you have entered primary two. Next level, let me say you change, because this is just a change of academic years. So you switch from primary one. This year you are in primary one, then you go to primary two. So you find you have dropped physical education. Now you are studying math and English only in primary two. So you have dropped physical education. So the system is so dynamic in subjects that what we can do is that, or how we handled these subjects, is that we made these subjects here to be independent. What it means that when you create a subject, you have to again come and reassign a subject. So in this case here, all these subjects, sorry, let me remove this. In this case here, you have to again, when we change academic years, they are dynamic. So we create a dynamic subject. When we change academic years, you come and assign math to this class here. You assign, let me say, this class is also going to study physical education. You come and reassign again physical education, like that. Let me say primary one, you are dropping English. So meaning all these subjects here are going to be dynamic and are academic year academic year related. Meaning these are dynamic subjects. So on every change of academic years and academic terms, you have to also reassign these subjects to these classes. So let me demonstrate this to the actual system. So when you come back here, let me log into the admin account. So our account is, sorry, so that's our email. And let me use this faster. So you log into, let me log into the spadmin account of Marvelous High School, the school that we created initially. So login successful. So under the, I can change this back to English for faster understanding English. So after changing this, moment, click again. So after changing this back to English, under the subjects somewhere here, under the classes here, not subjects, under the classes, being that subjects can subjects depend on different academic terms and different academic years. What we first do is that we first create subjects and we attach them to this specific class. So meaning, let me upload here the image subject. So I'm adding here a new subject. So I can use any image here that I have, mathematics. Let me say in primary one, we are going to be studying mathematics. Let me say math. Then also this math. Short name is math. Department. No, so far we haven't created any department. We can leave this. By department, I mean it can be a science, it can be falling under science like that. So category, is it a core theory? It is theory or practical or both. So now make sure that we create this subject. So subject has been created to primary. So this is preschool education year one. So this is a class. So a class can have multiple subjects. Let me say English. Let me add another subject. Let me say English, English, Eng, department, theory, which is okay. So we create, let me say this class is having two subjects. Now the second step is to reassign these subjects to academic terms, being that these subjects can be dynamic. Some, as we saw earlier, some subjects are dropped in change of academic terms and others are maintained. So meaning we have to reassign these subjects to the academic terms, which means after reassigning these subjects, these are the specific subjects that this class is going to be using. So under the academic terms somewhere, setup, academic setup, in the academic terms. So currently we created the academic term, and this is our first term that we have, that we created initially in the first subject, in the first video. So we are dealing with preschool education 1. So you see that in this specific term, we don't have any subjects. Now remember we created some subjects onto this class. So let me assign this specific this term, let me reassign subjects again. So we created two subjects onto primary education, preschool education year 1. So we are assigning these subjects to this specific term here. So let me say this specific term we are going to be studying English and mathematics. So let me assign these two subjects here to this specific term, and we assign them. Perfect. So this is how you reassign subjects to classes. So you first create a subject which is the one that is going to be used for this specific class. Then later you come and reassign subjects to specific terms. Meaning, if we change like academic years, we will make sure that we are able to remove this subject to this term, or if a school changes, or if a school adds new subjects, we are able to remove and add subjects to classes. So that's how dynamic subjects are into our school management system. So it is dynamic depending on different levels. So the other thing I should show you is that if you want to change and switch to other levels, this is how you do it. You come, now currently we are in preschool education. So when you switch and go to secondary level, you see that so far everything now will change. The terms will remain the same. We have to now terms, academic terms are also level based like that. So you see that this is secondary level, having 3 classes, and so far you don't have any subjects. That's how dynamic the system is. Thank you for the video. See you in the next one.